my name is Sonali Chopra. Welcome back to another episode of Around the World. The global power of a country is not solely determined by its geographical location, but also by its economic and political momentum. Similarly, within the continent of Asia, there are several nations that, despite their small size in terms of land area, hold significant importance on the global stage. One such nation is the United Arab Emirates or UAE. Beyond its renown for oil reserves and tourism, the UAE actively engages in global politics. Recently, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid a visit to the UAE, marking his 7th visit to the country. Notably, this was the first time in 3 decades that an Indian Prime Minister had stepped foot on UAE soil, with the last visit being made by Indira Gandhi in 1981. The increasing proximity between the two nations is evident not only through political agreements but also through the special program organized for Prime Minister Modi during his visit, aptly named Ahlan Modi, with Ahlan being the Arabic term for welcome. Additionally, in 2019, the UAE bestowed upon PM Modi its highest civilian honor, the Order of Zayed. In light of these developments, it is natural to ponder why the UAE holds such significance for India and why the UAE displays such keen interest in India. Let us delve into these questions one by one. The United Arab Emirates, a country situated on the banks of the Persian Gulf, has always had a special political, economic, strategic, and cultural significance for India. The total population of this country is about 1 crore, out of which only about 10 lakh people are citizens. The rest are immigrants from 200 countries, in which the population of Indians is about 35 lakhs, which is 1/3 of the total population of UAE. These are not mere statistics, but create a strong foundation for the deepening relations between the two countries. In such a context, the 7th visit of Prime Minister Modi holds significant importance. On one hand, he has forged numerous agreements during his diplomatic mission to this Gulf nation, while on the other, UAE's investments in India have witnessed a notable surge. Furthermore, strides have been taken in the realms of education and technology, exemplified by the establishment of an IIT Delhi campus in Abu Dhabi. Notably, this campus has initiated the inaugural master course on energy transition and sustainability. Additionally, a majestic Swami Narayan temple was ceremoniously inaugurated in Abu Dhabi, underscoring not only diplomatic achievements but also India's rich cultural tapestry and its commitment to fostering cultural harmony on the global stage. If we look at the relations between India and UAE, it appears that the seeds of formal diplomatic relations between the two countries had germinated in the 1970s. At that time, the annual trade between the two countries was only $180 million, which today has reached close to $85 billion. If we look at the economic relations between the two countries, the figures show that in the year 2021-22, UAE was India's 3rd largest trade partner after China and America. Whereas in the year 2022-23, India had the highest exports to UAE after America. India had exported $31.61 billion to UAE in 2022-23. According to the Ministry of External Affairs, UAE is the 7th largest investor in India in terms of FDI. India mainly exports petroleum products, precious metals, stones, jewelry, minerals, food items, textiles, engineering, and machinery products to UAE. UAE is the 4th largest oil supplier to India. Along with this, India is the 2nd largest supplier of LPG and LNG to UAE. There are 35 lakh Indians living in UAE and they had earned $20 billion and sent it to India in 2022. Remittances coming from UAE are increasing year by year. In the 1970s and 80s, 80 to 90% of Indians working in the UAE were laborers. But now times have changed. At present, about 35% of Indians are in white-collar jobs. The CEP, that is Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, signed last year, is playing an important role. This is the first free trade agreement signed by India in the last decade. Earlier, India had signed the free trade agreement with Japan in the year 2011. This is India's first CEP or free trade agreement with any Arab country. While the significance of UAE for India has been discussed, it is equally pertinent to explore why UAE is increasingly drawn towards India. The driving force behind this inclination lies in UAE's ambition to diversify its economy. Recognizing the limitations of relying solely on oil exports, UAE is now keen on expanding into other sectors such as food business, green infrastructure, and real estate. This strategic shift aims to diminish its reliance on oil-based revenue streams. To achieve this objective, UAE is actively seeking new investment avenues worldwide, with plans to double its manufacturing sector by 2031. In this endeavor, India emerges as a pivotal partner. UAE perceives India as a dependable ally in its economic diversification efforts and seeks to leverage the expertise of Indian professionals by investing in the country. Consequently, UAE prioritizes Indian professionals and technical experts over costly Western counterparts, underscoring the mutual benefits of their partnership. In addition to this, UAE is showing keen interest in procuring Indian weaponry, including missiles such as BrahMos. According to experts, there is also a desire to engage in collaborative manufacturing of military equipment with India. Globally, countries are increasingly forging partnerships with India, considering both their requirements and the efficiency of the global supply chain. However, India's relationship with UAE holds a distinctive significance. Not only is UAE crucial for India's energy demands, but India also stands as a significant investor in the region. Following the United States, India ranks as the second largest exporter to UAE. Furthermore, UAE has consistently voiced its support for India in its fight against terrorism. As a Gulf nation, UAE holds pivotal importance as a strategic partner for India on the global stage, signifying a substantial asset within the international community. Now it's the turn of Sunday's special episode in which we talk about some other important international developments. Germany has ascended to the position of the world's third largest economy, surpassing Japan in the latest released data. This shift underscores a concerning trend for Japan, whose economy is perceived to be steadily declining in terms of productivity and competitiveness, as analysts suggest. The International Monetary Fund had previously forewarned about Japan's economic slowdown, attributing it to a declining population and an aging demographic. Notably, until 2010, Japan held the distinction of being the world's second largest economy after the United States. In October 2023, the Qatari government handed down death sentences to 8 Indian nationals, sparking tension in the relationship between India and Qatar. However, through diplomatic channels, both nations managed to resolve the issue, leading to the recent release of the individuals in question. These former Marines were employed by a company in Doha, the capital of Qatar, and were reportedly arrested on charges of espionage. With over 8 lakh Indians residing and working in Qatar and India sourcing approximately 40% of its liquefied natural gas from the country, the relationship between India and Qatar holds considerable significance. China's assertive policy of expansionism has once again stirred global discussions surrounding its recent actions. Notably, several foreign diplomats attended an official ceremony hosted by the Chinese government in Beijing, where former Taliban spokesperson Bilal Karimi was also present. Media reports suggest that after more than 2 years of negotiations, China has formally recognized Bilal Karimi as the official envoy to Beijing for the Taliban. However, the Chinese Foreign Ministry swiftly issued a statement clarifying that the acceptance of diplomatic credentials does not equate to official recognition of Afghanistan's current leadership by Beijing. So that's all in today's episode. See you in the next episode. But before that, let's note down a question based on today's story. Throw light on the strengthening relations between UAE and India. For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.